Okay, welcome. My name is Carrie Kojal, and I just hope that you are having the best prep week. Next week is going to kick off your actual journey in Revive 45, and I could not be more excited for you. So, today's video is going to be a little bit different than some of the other videos in prep week, in that it might get you thinking a little bit outside of your comfort zone, okay? But I want you to stick with me to the end because I truly believe that by the end, you might see a huge value in this for yourself. So let's dive in. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be talking about sharing your journey. And if you're anything like a lot of people that come into this program, initially when I say that, it can bring up some emotions, it can bring up some fears, it can bring up some vulnerabilities. But I will tell you from my own experience and from others that I have seen walk through this journey, when you are willing to share your journey, it has power. We're going to talk about 3 different reasons why it will be beneficial for you to share. And don't worry, we're going to have resources along the way to help you feel prepared, help you feel able to do this, help take some of the daunting tasks out of your brain and really make an impact. All right? So the 3 different reasons why it would be worth considering sharing your journey along the way is accountability, impact, and income. All 3 of those different things are not only going to bless others, but they're also going to strengthen you. They're going to help you. So let's talk about why accountability matters here. Okay. So I want you to think as a mom, okay? When you become a mom, there is something that changes in you, and you start thinking about your kids first, right? Your kids come first for everything. And very quickly, we can notice ourselves kind of move to the back burner. But why is it that it is so much easier to show up for others than it is to show up for ourselves? Right? Like if our daughter was struggling with something, if our daughter needed better metabolic health, we would be there to support her and encourage her and give her all the tools she needs every step of the way. But for some reason, when it comes to ourselves, we become easier to quit on, right? Like it becomes easier to say, oh, well, I have to take care of this and I got to get the kids to the sports and I have to, I'm just running out the door from work. And so I don't have time to meal prep, right? I don't have time to do this. I can't add this to my plate. And it can be easy to say, let all of these other tasks take precedence over us, over what truly matters, over why we are here in the first place. All right. So I really want you to think about this. I want you to have that perspective and say, what if I made sure that without a doubt, I'm putting myself first? I am believing in myself. And so I will share a story from myself when I started this journey. So when I started this journey, I actually decided that I was going to start sharing from day one. I started sharing my journey. And actually, I will back up. I started sharing a friend's journey first. My friend Sarah actually got into this program 2 to 3 weeks before I did. And I was hooked on her story. When she lost 5 pounds, when she lost 10 pounds, I was posting about it in terms of bags of flour. I'll never forget. And I'm like, she has literally been in this program for very little time and she's already lost 1 full bag of flour. Like that's a lot. 5 pounds is a bag of flour. And so I started sharing her journey as my hope for why I was coming into this program. All right. And through that, I continued kind of sharing hers. But then once I started, I also started sharing even just small bits and pieces of my journey. Like the first time I went for a walk with my son, the first time I started eating vegetables, like the simple little life habits that I started to build in became things that I could share. And why was that important? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it held me accountable, that accountability piece. But it also helped to start to create vision for other people of like, can I see myself in this lifestyle? Right. So it didn't have to be complicated. It just had to be pieces. And then I started having my own wins. But I will tell you this, sharing kept me accountable. When I went to pack snacks for my kids for their lunches, I could have taken a chip and I actually realized how frequently I was doing that before. That was that was eye-opening, but I could have taken a chip and put it in my mouth, right? But because I'm like, I'm accountable to me, my kids are watching my health journey, but ultimately I want to be sharing my health journey with other people. So I am not going to do that. I don't need the chip. I have to stay in the mindset. And so the The fact that I was bringing this to others really helped me hone in and say, these are my goals. If this is in alignment with my goals, then great, I'm going to have it. If it's not in alignment with my goals, then no, I'm not going to have it. And I stayed rigid and I kept showing up for myself and for others. Every single choice that I made mattered. And I will tell you, when you are holding yourself accountable to yourself, but then other people as well, it truly changes your commitment level. And then when people start noticing and people start commenting, it starts to drive your passion even further. All right, let's take a look at the next reason. Okay, reason number two, which I think has actually become my strongest driver, is impact. The ability to impact others. I will tell you, when I first started this journey, I had a motto and it said, I am I am living proof that transformation is possible. And I used that and I used my journey and I used my successes and I was able to bring many people into this program. I was able to give hope to many women who had lost their hope. But I really got to thinking about it after, and I'm like, this is so much bigger than what I can do alone. I cannot do it all. But I'm watching all of these women come through this program and they're finding success and they're losing the weight and they're losing their emotional attachments and they're breaking food addictions and they're silencing a lot of noise. And I see this happening and I'm like, I can't do it all, but I have an army of women who have the ability to help bring that hope to others, to the people that I am unable to reach myself. So, my new motto in this program has become, I want to help women discover the hope, live the transformation, and share their journey so another woman believes it's possible. That is impact. That is power. That is using our story, our vulnerability, our struggles for the goodness of God's glory, to be able to bring that to other people, to be able to bring other people that living hope. So I want you to reflect here for a minute and say, okay, well, what gave you hope? When you came into this program, where did your hope come from? Were you scrolling social media and you saw somebody's before and after? Did you start watching their journey unfold? Did they talk about a specific struggle that made you say, "Oh my gosh, that's me." Exactly what she's describing about, that's me. What made you have hope? What made you stop your scroll? Because now I want you to think back for a second. What if that person wasn't willing to share? What if that person wasn't willing to get vulnerable, wasn't willing to talk about their struggles? Where would you be? What were the emotions that you were feeling prior to coming into this program? And do you want to go back to that same version of you that you were feeling? And the answer is probably a resounding no. And so this is why I'm bringing this to you now, because you are about to unlock your new potential. You're about to unlock your transformation and your ability to share with other people. And I want to leave you with a couple things. Somebody needs your day one. They need your struggle. They need to know what you were like at the very, very beginning. They're not looking for perfection here. They're looking for somebody who reminds them of themselves and says, okay, I was here, but I'm willing to share because I am going far in this journey, and they need your day one. The only thing you have to do to be able to help somebody else is to be one step ahead of them. That is literally it. You have signed up for this program, you're in prep week, you've surrendered certain things. You are one step ahead, and you now have the ability to help give others that same living hope that you have. Okay. So I want you to think to yourself, what if somebody heard my story today? Could that help to potentially change their lives? And then is it worth it to you to begin to bring impact? And then we're going to talk about one more reason. Okay. And the third reason that I want to bring to you is income. Okay. Income follows impact. And if you look at the bottom here, it says share because you care. The income is a beautiful bonus. But I really want to put this into perspective for you, because I have had some people come to me and they say, Carrie, is there a discount? Like, how can I get my supplements for cheaper? Because they've seen the progress, they're in it. But the financial burden it's real, right? And so that's where the willingness to share and grow and bring people to the program, bring people to the doTERRA supplements that are helping to change your life, that has the ability to bring in income for you. And I want to make it very, very simple. I am not going to get into the comp plan here because that is way too overwhelming. 4. Your number is 4. If you bring 4 people into this journey with you, 4 people that you're willing to give hope to, 4 people that you are willing to share your story time and time again until they start to catch on to your story and have that vision, you can start to earn $100 a month. $100 a month. Think of what that can do for your supplements. And I don't want your vision to stop there, but that's the first seed that I want to plant for you for income. For people that you're willing to share and to give living hope to, you can unlock $100 for yourself moving forward. And it only grows from there. There are obviously much more levels that you can reach, and this can go far further. If the passion ignites in you, if the fire lights in you, if you find yourself going through this program and you're like, I can't keep this to myself, this is too good, I need to share more, we have more for you too. There are going to be resources available to you. As you go through the different days in your program, once your 45 days starts, there's going to be ideas for you to start sharing so that we can make it a little bit easier for you, so that you can start to say, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I'm overcomplicating. Maybe it doesn't need to be that hard. And we're also going to have a resource in the store for you if that passion truly ignites in you and you're like, I want to build this bigger. I see big vision. I want big impact. And we have something for you too. There will be a resource available in the store with a mini course on how to share, how to bring social media in, how to have the right conversations with people, how to build that bridge of trust so that you can become that leader that brought you into this program. Because the mountain, the possibilities are endless, I think is what I was trying to say. But I really want to leave you with that. You now hold the power to change somebody else's life. And so really sit with that. Are you the type of person that likes to help others? Are you thankful for the fact that somebody was willing to share enough with you to give you that living hope? And will you do that same courtesy for others? So be watching for the share opportunities as you start to go through your different daily modules, daily education. Be ready to track off your different habits, and we cannot wait to see where Revive in 45 takes you.